Hello everyone, welcome back to Riri's Nursery. I am wearing my Winnie the Pooh poncho that my dear sweet sis Alicia, shout out, got me. And today we are doing a twinning video, and we're also answering a tag from my other dear sweet sis Yarelis. So let's get into the video and see who is twinning with her sweet little Jaden. Be right back. Welcome back to my nursery, you guys. All right, so when Yarelis had told me about that she was putting on a certain outfit for her for Jaden, not little, for Jaden, and she showed me the outfit, I went, oh, wait a minute, I got an outfit just like that. And she was like, really, you do? And so we started talking, and she said, why don't we do a twinning video? And so yes, I was just like, I got the outfit, put it together, and I had already selected who I wanted to share. Now it's not this little guy here, but there's a reason he's here, but it's not him. So let me show you the little one. This is who's twinning who's twinning with her Jaden. This is my Joachim, and he's the Gucci sculpt by Chenza Dolls, but he was reborn and rooted by Yarelis. So when she was talking about twinning, I was like, oh, let me do Joachim. And I just love how he turned out. He is just such a cutie, the way she painted him, that beautiful skin color. And then this hair. Now I'm gonna add a video in right now that shows a little bit of him up close, but it also shows his rooting because Yarelis did his rooting, and of course she did this one. So I'm gonna put that video in right now. Now look at this cutie patootie. I wanted to showcase the beautifulness of his painting. Yarelis, look at that rooting. She painted him beautifully and rooted him beautifully. So I just wanted to do a cute little close-up on my little Joachim and his pretty little eyes, that intense face, and just share that so you can see how beautiful. Beautiful. And then her other one, again, that rooting. Look how beautiful. She even changed his eye color for me. Beautiful. So as you can see, she does beautiful work. So my sweet dear sis, I remember when I wanted this sculpt, I wanted him done, and I definitely wanted him done by her. I love how she paints. So I remember, and she was not fond of this sculpt. So I told her, I said, could you please reborn him for me? And she was like, no, I don't think I can do it, because she didn't like him. Her and I rarely agree on the same doll. But I had faith. I had faith in her that when because I know how I am for when I want to do something for a friend or family member, that I just give it 100%. I just do my best. And so I believed that if I did this, it's going to be good, because she's going to still want to do her best, because she really didn't like it. So I love how he turned out. Now the Gucci has the 3/4 arms, or the hands up to the wrist, and then the full limbs of the legs. She beautifully painted this doll. And even on her Jaden, she also has the Winnie the Pooh mitts. So obviously I was so happy when she had the whole Winnie the Pooh outfit. And so I just keep his arms, since he has the cloth arms. But I love his movements because of the cloth. So she did that. And then these little shoes actually came from sweet Auntie Alicia, because they came with another doll that she did. And I just matched it up with his little outfit so he can have his little shoes on. Now, when my kids were babies, I didn't put shoes on them, but I had to complete the outfit and put him with the shoe. So I remember when she was painting him, she was, concerned. She wasn't sure about how he would turn out. But I remember when I got him, oh my goodness, I just fell in love with him. I love how she did it was the skin tone. This skin color is so beautiful on him. And then her rooting Oh my gosh. As you saw in the video, seeing that hair, it's just, because she mono roots. And just seeing that gorgeous, look at that. Oh my goodness. Just seeing that gorgeous hair, it's amazing. And so you guys, please check her out. She has a doll for sale right now that I'm in love with, but she's got a doll right now that's for sale. And it's just her painting, her rooting. I love it. It's just beautiful. And look how he just lays here. But I also wanted to showcase this little guy. Now, he is a partial silicone, and he was actually painted by Miss Serenity Smith. This was her personal baby, and I named him Solomon Logan because he was Logan with her, because I like to call him Solo. Star Wars fan over here. So he's my little Solomon Logan, but I call him Solo. And so I got him from her, and he needed to be rooted. And I again reached out to Yarelis and asked her if she would root him for me. She did. She changed the eye color because my this eye color is closer to my father's eye color, and so I like that to get that eye. I was like, oh, that's like my dad's eye color, so perfect. So that's what I put in there for him, and I loved how he turned out. It's just really pretty. But that's what we were doing with Twinning. But it also goes into the topic that she had about why do we sell? Why do we keep selling our babies? Now, some babies are going to hold a special place in our heart, like this little guy, because, he was the first baby I got from Yarelis that was done 100% by her. And I know the love she put into him, because I named him Joachim, and the blanket that she sent with him has his name on it. So that's the thoughtfulness that she put into it. It just made it special. And so in order to get another doll, you got to sell a doll. So that's one of the big reasons that, most of us will keep buying and selling, is that we only have so much funds and so much space. And I know I'm limited on space because my nursery is my bedroom. And so I know that I can only keep a certain amount of reborns and silicones in my collection. Now, for space, how I bought a cabinet, you try to figure out ways of making your space work for you. But that's what I had to do in order to enjoy this hobby. Also, I know and these again are my opinions on why we sell. So for me, I also sell because I want to support artists. I want to support my friends who make dolls, and especially the reason I go back to certain artists is because I create a relationship with them. So a lot of my dolls, for the most part, are going to come from the same artist over and over because I've created that bond, that relationship. I trust them. I've gotten to the point now where I'm just like, here's a blank kit or here's a blank silicone and you paint it, because I know that I love their work. I trust them. And when you allow an artist to just do what they do, you get the best work. Now, certain artists that I've worked with, I see that they have certain strengths. And so that's why I'll say, do whatever you do, because I like what will be the end result. Or you'll have some artists that'll say, hey, just give me an eye color or give me a hair color and go from there. And so I like that too. Obviously, though, if I choose a hair color, it's usually red or the green eyes. And you see that it works, that with the red hair or green eyes, what I love with red hair and green eyes, they're versatile. You can get in, although all eye colors are versatile, but for the most part, if you have a red head or even some green eyes, it's versatile. And so you can get multiple skin tones, and they can be all over the place. Now, again, I go back to, why do I keep selling? Because I want to work with certain artists. Well, I know that you want to create those bonds, those friendships with people. Now, you're not going to be friends with every artist, because some will just be business transactions. But what I've loved is that I've created good working relationships and good friendships with people like Yarelis, with people like Miss Serenity, that you create those relationships because you go back and you buy, or you talk about what you like and what you don't like. Like with Serenity, I love that she does her lives. So that's the thing about doing these, of just selling, because you're continuing to work in this hobby. I want this hobby to continue. So when I can, I want to try to buy. If it's $1 a year, or if it's just sharing word of mouth, going to doll shows, a way to keep my foot in so that I'm continuing to support this art form because I love it. I'm a collector. I am a collector. So I've collected pens, pencils, notebooks, stationaries. I've collected shoes, purses. I collect. But getting into this hobby over the last 5 years, I have really grown to love collecting the art dolls. When they're true art dolls, when they're done by artists, it's been such a wonderful experience. And I've come to know artists. I've come to know sculptors and pick their brains, ask them questions, and get to know them. And so I love that. And because of that, that's why I want to continue to support them and support their art, you know, just because I do my best to, if you can hear my kids in the background, but I want to try my best to always support authentic because I want to make sure that they can still do what they do. I want artists to continue to paint these beautiful dolls, and I want sculptors to continue to create these wonderful dolls. It'll be great. Now, I can't keep the whole industry up on my shoulders, but for my own peace of mind, I do my little part. Now, with Yarelis, I want to say I have gotten, there's another doll that I got from her. Now, this was the first doll that I got from her, and he's still in my collection, so let me share him. Here's my Endor. So, Endor is short for endurance. That's what, at the time when I got him, that was one of my personal studies from the Bible, endurance. And so I wanted a unique name for him, and that's what I named him. Now, he's the Mick. This, I think it's Adri Stoat. This is one of her babies. And so this was the first doll that I ever got from Yarelis, from her personal collection. And he's got red hair. He's a ginger, you guys. Look at that beautiful, gorgeous red hair. Now, he has a different artist. But we're focusing on Yarelis right now. Nothing against his artist, though. She's wonderful. It's so, because with his artist, and I'll put it on the screen so I don't have to go running for the paperwork. I wanted one of her dolls. And that's what was also so appealing about him, was that that he had, you know, that, and actually the name just popped in my head, Vicky Cormos. So, so because I wanted one of her dolls, and then Yarelis was selling him, I was just like, oh my gosh, I wanted one. He's a little ginger, and he is just beautiful. His movement. Now, I feel like might need a little stuffing, but I don't feel like taking him apart to do all that yet. But I might need to add a little stuffing to him, but I just kind of move him around because I love that he's just a little floaty with his movements. But eventually I need to add a little bit more stuffing, not beading or anything like that, but just a little stuffing to him. But he is just, I love him. I don't plan on letting this little bub go. He is just a little cutie. And he's a preemie, so I have him in this little llama outfit. You know, my thing, llamas and Winnie the Pooh. So this is his little gown he's wearing, little llama. And I just love how he moves. And so this is a reason I keep selling. So at the time, Yarelis was selling him for another doll, a silicone. And so I was like, well, I really love him. I want him. So maybe I can sell something in order to get him. So I did. And it helped her out. And it helped me out because I got what I wanted. So this little guy, Mr. Ender, has been in my collection ever since. And I just love him. He is just so sweet looking. Look at him. Oh, I just love him. So he was my first from her. And then after that came Mr. Joachim. Now, Solo came about again, like I said, that I needed him rooted. Because once I was getting him from Serenity, I needed to get him rooted. So let me get him closer to you. Now we are in our Winnie the Pooh. Now he's Winnie over there too, but we're Winnie the Pooh matching together. So this is Solo, a little up close. And his hair's a little flat because he's been wrapped up. But look how beautiful, you guys. Look at that rooting. She rooted this hair so beautifully. I keep him without socks because I love how Serenity does feet. I love her feet and hands that she does. And that is just amazing. Look at these feet. Serenity. Another, combining her and Yarelis' work together is like chef's kiss, okay? And so I have him in this little outfit. And this is how he stays. So right now I love him in this, so I'm not changing him anytime soon. He's going to be my little Pooh Bear because he's a little thick Pooh Bear. And so I just keep him wrapped, keep his hair covered. He sits in this cabinet right here behind me. And so he's another reason. I remember wanting him, and when I was hoping, and when Serenity said she was selling him, I know I can sell a doll, and I can get him. So there you go. That's why we sell for most part. Big time is to get another doll. And again, like I said, if I can, and if it's within my ability, I want to support artists, and I want to support my artist friends. And then also those that I feel like family, because I have to say, Yarelis, Alicia, they're like my sisters, and we're spiritual sisters, but we've gotten really close over the last couple of years, and I'm just grateful for knowing them, grateful for having them in my lives, lives. And then through this hobby, I've met other spiritual sisters as well, that I've gotten to know, and it's great to see how we share the same love of these dolls. I've got Dolly sisters that are my spiritual sisters, so that's a great bonus. But it's even great just having just the connections that I've made since I've been in this hobby. So I would like to continue to sell in order to get more dolls and to share new ones with you. I mean, I've got babes. I still have babes to show you guys, but that are part of my collection. But that's what I do. And that's the reason why I sell, is to get new ones that come in. Now, sometimes we do sell when we want to downsize, when we're just like, okay, I have a lot, I need to let go of some. And so I'll do that. I know when I'm on reborns.com, is my selling platform, but that I choose to sell from. But there was someone who follows me who reached out and said, hey, I like such and such doll. Would you be willing to sell? So, and it was time for me to say, okay, well, yes, that doll, I am able to say, let me let go of that doll for now and move that doll along. And so that's another reason right there, when you have people that you've come to know, and if it's a doll that you're like, you bought it because you liked it, because I shop not just because, I really want a forever doll in my collection, but I also want to experience. So if there's an artist, or if there's a sculpt that I want to experience, then I buy it. Now, my intent is not to say, I'll never sell it, but my intent is not always to say I'll never, that I'll always just keep it. I don't just say never sell or forever or anything. The only doll I ever felt comfortable saying forever baby is my Mr. Kahai over there, who's wrapped up right now. But other than that, I have some dolls that I feel like I wouldn't sell right now. Or they do feel like they're not going anywhere. Like Mr. Solo here feels like he's not going anywhere. That's how I feel about him. But never know down the line if I sell my house or if I have to downsize. That's when you have to make those decisions. But right now, I'm not there, thankfully. And so I get to enjoy my collection. So let me get Mr. Joachim back over here, because he's our little twinning babe today. All right, so we've got Mr. Joachim back. He was looking cute sleeping on my shoulder, but he's awake now. So, you guys, this is my little twinning video today, and answering Yarelis' question about why do we sell. And I like how she said it was the artist, but I agree. It is the artist, but it's so many more factors in for me of why I sell that comes into play, but that's the reason I do it. And something I forgot to do when I started the video was to say happy Friday, you guys. So let me do my normal shout outs, because it is Friday. So we've got our Thankful Friday, and that's by Tammy over at Tater Tot Nursery. Love you, Tammy. I'm praying that you're having a speedy recovery, and I am thankful for artists. I am thankful for sculptors, and I'm thankful for my dolly friends and sisters, that we all just enjoy each other's dolls, and we come to each other's channels and chit chat and say hi to each other. So I do that, and I love the respect we have amongst ourselves, and so that's what I'm thankful for. I also want to do my honorary thankful always to Marissa, because she has Thankful Thursdays that I normally don't have the ability to get on Thursdays most of the time. So thankful for her, and shout out to Marissa. Then we have Casual Fun Friday, so I hope you guys have felt fun today with my little casual self. And then, of course, Fresh Face Friday. We haven't seen Mr. Joachim in a while. We hadn't seen Solo in a while. And we hadn't seen Ender. So those were some fresh faces for today that we hadn't seen in a while. So you guys, I hope you're having a great Friday. Do the tag. Talk about why do you think we keep selling, and give your personal reasons. Go over to Yarelis' channel. Look at this beautiful boy. Look at this. And go check out her little babe, because she's got one right now that is gorgeous. That's for sale. And just support. And then just have a great weekend. I do want to come back because I do have another tag to do. So I need to come back and do another tag. And just to check in, I want to bring back on my beautiful Timothy Paul, because he has been a little special one too. But hey, you guys, that's why. You know, why do I keep selling? Because all of these gorgeous babes I got to keep bringing into my nursery and experience the joy of having them. So from Mr. Joachim, Ender, Solo, and me, I hope you have a great evening, and I will check in with you later. Bye.